There we go. Microphones. Check.
Check.
Glasses check. Coffee check.
Water check.
Phone check. I don't know why I need a phone, but I do. Welcome to another Workhorse podcast. As usual, I'm Gene.
I'm here.
We have Eve here. We're excited. It's almost Christmas. Probably going to see this one right before Christmas. Let's go with some announcements or news or whatever you want to call it.
Cool.
New Year challenge.
Yep. January.
Go.
January. It's going to be nuts. Not really. So we're going to send out a video to you, just like this. Probably
similar.
email it to you as well with the different nutritional options. So it's a free nutrition challenge for all of our members. Okay, you're not paying anything. All you got to do though is bring a notebook. Okay, so you got to BYOB, bring your own book.
You got a nutrition mate.
Yeah,
It's not a word.
it can be one. But we are going. So the pretty simple thing is, if you've been here, you've done Paleo Challenge or the
Or you've seen other people doing the Paleo Challenge.
yeah, or the other challenge that you probably came in from, which is more of portion sizes and
the
certain
original
kinds of
nutrition
foods.
challenge, right?
The original one, and then we're gonna have a third one that's gonna be more of helping you take things out of your diet and trying to keep those things out. So we're gonna do videos on each one, so you can figure out which one you would want to do, and then print out whatever the sheet is that's going to be for that, if you want to print it out. But it'll be online; you'll be able to see it. But you're gonna for the third one, you're gonna have to pick things. So you're gonna at least have to write down those in your notebook.
Mm-hmm.
And
So there's writing involved.
yeah, so there's writing involved. But it's going to be a pretty simple thing, but it's all about accountability. We're going to put it in tribe, okay? Everyone's going to be put into it. So you're going to get scored every day by your coach. So if you bring your notebook in, they look at it and they're like, oh, you did what you said you're going to do, which we're hoping when you write stuff down that you're actually doing that too, which we'll get into that on the next podcast.
Yep.
But write those down. You'll get 2 points if you bring it in and you do the right thing. If you bring in the book and you didn't do so much the right thing, that's okay. You still get a point. If you didn't bring your notebook in, we don't care what you did. Okay?
0 points.
Because you got to be consistent. You got to show us what's going on. So that's the whole point of the challenge. Might give some giveaways at the end for people that participate all the way through. Like whether you're really into nutrition or not, and trying to change your diet, and trying to lose weight, if those aren't necessarily your goals, it's sometimes good just to keep track of yourself. Sometimes you don't realize what you're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why this third one, I think we'll probably get a lot more people doing that. It's going to help them with taking things out that they might not realize they're doing more than they should be doing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, honestly, just journaling your diet is like eye-opening most of the time.
yeah,
I do that as sort of a getting back to basics sort of thing, and I'm usually like, whoa, I ate that?
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like sometimes you don't realize because you go like a few weeks of doing pretty well, and then you know it turns into a few weeks of doing really bad, and you didn't realize, oh my God, you've been eating that bad for
because in your mind you don't count certain things. You're like, I don't, you don't really count that, spoonful of peanut butter that you got. You're like, whatever, but it adds up because 4 or 5 spoonfuls, whatever.
Yeah,
that's a sandwich.
5 or 6 Snickers during Halloween later. Yeah.
I don't do the Snickers thing, but I definitely
Twix.
do the slice of cake and then the gingerbread thing. Cookies. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We have a Swedish family, so it's like gingerbread and they make buns and it gets fun.
But if you're not keeping track of it, you realize that you ate the whole thing by yourself and everyone's going to be pissed at you.
Yeah.
So if you start keeping track of it, that might not happen.
Yeah. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's coming.
Yeah. That's the nutrition part. The other thing that you guys might have seen, we're still posting on it, but we have the new store open. online. Really
I ordered
cool
a whole truckload of stuff for myself and my family. We'll see when it gets here, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be really awesome. I mean, it's really high quality stuff.
Gear.
And a lot more diverse. It's not just a few t-shirts, kind of like the other thing. Yeah. And I mean, yeah, we don't have bath curtains anymore that you can buy, but I don't think anyone else was buying this.
No? No. I kind of had a vision that like we had 10 or 20 members with workhorse bath curtains.
That, honestly, if you have one, post it in the comments. I would love to see it, but I highly doubt that anyone buys any of those. No. But yeah, so there's things from really nice, like actual coat jackets, like puffed up jackets, and they're all on brand and on season. Yeah, so it's not like something that your parents wore 20 years ago. You know, it's something that, you know.
It's quality seasonal wear.
Yeah, exactly. If you went out into a store, you might see it. So that's what's really, really cool about it. Check out the seasonal stuff. There's a lot of things in the seasonal stuff that are men, women, outdoor, indoor gear related. After each time we pass the season, it should go into their categories and we come out with new seasonal stuff. So just be on the lookout for that. We're always posting about it, but yeah, it's really great stuff, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it and check it out.
Yeah, buy some gear.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's it for the announcements. Eve sat down with Lynn one day after class and just picked her brain about stuff. So we want to show you that interview.
Yeah.
Let's see how that goes.
Catch you later. What's going on, Workhorse? I'm here today with Lynn.
Hey, everybody.
And Lynn's just kind of here because we got into a great talk the other day about, you know, people starting off and kind of what people were intimidated about and things like that. And you just had some really good points, I think, on why someone should come in here and things like that. So maybe you could kind of start off with telling why you came in, what were your hesitations, and why do you come all the time now?
Okay. All right, let's see. It's been, 2.5 years ago. Yeah. I decided that as I was getting older and recently losing my parents, that it was time to do something. Yeah. And so I knew I needed to lose some weight, and so I started eating more healthy, watching what I was eating. Basically, if it was white, I quit buying it. Mm-hmm. White bread, white potatoes, white rice. Mm-hmm. I just quit buying it. And starting really to look at higher protein, more fruits and vegetables, watching what I drank, if any alcohol. I don't drink a lot of alcohol, but watching that as well. Mm-hmm. And so I lost 30 pounds over about 11-month period of time. And then at that point, I decided that it was time to start moving, because I had been walking on my own and I didn't see any difference in anything. I didn't see any difference in my stamina or in toning my muscles or energy or anything like that. I was walking like 3 miles a day. Yeah, and so I thought, well, okay, this isn't really working. And so I just happened to see Facebook ad of Heather, and I said, well, what the heck? Okay, we'll answer it and see what happens. So I came in on Sunday afternoon. Heather spoke to me and a couple other people, and I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. And so, and at that point, I was ready in my life, I think, to really commit. That I noted to myself that I needed to get moving. I needed to have more stamina, more energy. If we go on a trip and we walked up a lighthouse, I was out of breath going up half the steps, or, walking from, down the beach or whatever, and that wasn't any fun. Yeah. And so I gave it a shot, and I was intimidated. I had never done CrossFit. I was the kid in high school and elementary school who walked the 600-yard dash, and the PE teacher saying, hey, the next class is coming in, you got to finish. Not a runner. I'm still not a runner. But, well, I'm more of a runner now than I ever have been. Okay, so, yeah, huge improvement. The little 6-week challenge routine workout, I couldn't run the 200 meters. Mm-hmm. I couldn't do all the sit-ups, and it wasn't but 20 or something like that?
21.
Yeah, 21 sit-ups. Yeah, I couldn't do all those. Was really slowing my time, and I thought, oh my God, it's got to get better. It can't get any worse. It's got to get better. And I was sore, but that was okay. But I saw people in the gym doing the same thing, being at the same place in their lives that I was. And y'all were so helpful that, I mean, and you especially, because I've cursed you and I've called you every name in the book, and you said, you laughed and you said, that's why I'm here. And I'm like, okay, that's good, okay, because I love you, but you know, I called you every name in the book. And so, let's see, it took me 7 weeks to be able to run the 400 meters.
Yeah.
I thought I would never be able to run that 400 meters. And so I had to focus on myself. That was hard to do.
Yeah.
Because I would look over at somebody and I'd go, oh, she's done 20 sit-ups and I've only done 10, and I had to wipe that out of my mind. That was hard to do. Yeah. But y'all kept telling me, you know, you work on you focus on you. It's about your journey. It's not about where somebody else is or where somebody else is going. It's about where you're going. You're always going forward momentum. And so that's April will be 2 years.
Nice.
And I don't regret it. Not at all.
That's crazy. And then what about when you did the running? Because this past year you made a big difference in running.
Well, y'all shamed me into the running the running class. It's like, yeah, you want to do it. It'll be fun. No, it wasn't.
It wasn't fun,
but okay, because I did the homework and I thought, oh my God, you know, David the first night said, we're going to run a mile. I've never run a mile in my life. Not in my entire life. Yeah. And I made it. I survived it without walking. That was a huge accomplishment. I mean, accomplishment to the point of when I got done, I started crying. Yeah. I was like, I've never done this before. I mean,
it was like
huge.
15 minutes, something like that?
And it was 15:01.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was doing the homework every week, and I got down to a 10.5-minute mile.
Yeah.
On my own.
That's
and
crazy.
I'm like, because I was asking David, you know, one of the homeworks was, you know, run 2 miles. I'm like, how am I supposed to do that? He said, the same way you run 1 mile, you just do it twice. I'm like, oh, well, that just makes perfect sense. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. And I did it, and I'm like, what the crap? How did I do that?
Yeah.
So things that you don't think, you look at the monitor, you look at the board, things that you look at, you don't think you can do it, and then you survive it.
Yeah.
And you go, crap, I just did that. And so for me, it was just doing things that I never thought I'd be able to do.
And it's pretty empowering.
It is extremely empowering. And so, yeah, the confidence level, but the endurance, the strength, I'm stronger, I'm more flexible than I've ever been. And and it's what I like about CrossFit or what we do here is that it's not sissy. It's not like, Olivia Newton-John, what was it? Let's get physical with the aerobics, okay? The leg warmers and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, no, that's not me. So I like to be able to come in here and sweat and be dirty and cuss and feel at home and, you know, get high fives and pats on the back, but at the same time, you look at me and go, come on, you can do one more. Yeah. And so when you think you can't do one more. And so y'all aren't hovering over us, but you're watching us for safety, to make sure that we do it properly, and that to push us as much as we can, to knowing you know better what I can do than what I think I can do, because you've seen me progress over this almost 2-year period. And so all of y'all have been great in doing that. And so that's what's helped me.
That's great. And then if someone who is thinking about, all right, they know that they should probably be doing something, their health is declining, they're worried about things, what would you tell them about coming here versus trying to do it on their own, or do it at maybe a big gym that isn't going to give them as much guidance?
Guidance is one thing. Accountability. I mean, I've been coming here almost 2 years, and yet we just got through working out, and you were giving me tips on things that I should be doing, or to make it better, to make it more efficient, to make it more safe. And so you're not going to get that at a franchise. You're just not. You're going to walk in there, you're going to be, in my opinion, you're going to be another number. You're going to walk on a treadmill for 5 miles. I mean, I've done that. I've gone to those kinds of gyms, and I would work out for 2 hours. I'd ride a bike for 5 miles, and then I would work out on all the machines. You know, I do legs one day and, you know, upper body the next day, and then I would walk 2 miles afterwards. And I've done 2 hours worth of work, but I haven't done the quality of work that I've done here in a shorter amount of time. And so, but the mentorship through you all, but also the encouragement with the other members. I mean, I've met and made friends, you know, through the people that are here, and when you're not in class, they go, what happened to you yesterday? You know, why weren't you here? I thought you were going to be here. Are you going to be here tomorrow? I'm going to be here tomorrow. And so that is helpful because we're all in the same situation. It's not a competition, it's a competition within yourself just to get better. Yeah. And so to me, that's way different from any other type of gym. I mean, because I've done the foo-foo stuff, I've done the aerobics classes and that kind of stuff. And for me personally, I didn't stick with it. No. I never really looked forward to going. I always said, okay, I need to go to the gym. Yeah. And now I'm like, what do you mean not going to be open tomorrow? Yeah. so, like, who said that? It's like, that's not me. Yeah. That's me. And that's like, it's a totally different mindset that I've ever had before. Yeah. And it's not BS. I mean, I truly enjoy going. And, you know, what they say about, you know, exerting energy to reduce stress, anxiety. I mean, I've come in here in really, really bad moods for, you know, something ticked me off before I got here or whatever. And I've worked it out here and I've walked out with a smile on my face, but sweat running down my temples at the same time, and that's okay. Yeah. So expending that energy it's true what they say. I mean, it helps your mood, it helps you physically, mentally, emotionally. All that crap you've been telling us is true.
Well, that's good. I'm glad it holds up.
And you don't know it until you try it out. Mm-hmm. And at this point, you know, in my life, you know, what do you have to lose? Yeah. I mean, I told you and Jean just a week or so ago, when my mother was the age that I am right now, she was in the hospital with fluid around her heart. Yeah. And so I got things to do, you know. Yeah. I'll be 57 on the 20th, and I got at least 30 more years. Yeah. I got places to go. You know, I got things to do. Stuff we want to do. You know, and I don't want to walk around with a cane or, you know, going, oh my God, my back. I've done all that before. I don't need to do it anymore. Yeah. You know, it's not fun.
Yeah. No, that's great. And, you know, just like what she's saying, I think there's great places for all gyms and all fitness styles, but if you're looking for something that's a little bit different, something that you can at one point grow to enjoy coming to and have relationships with people, and it's more than just a workout. I feel like we're a community, we're a group of people that want to help each other and see each other succeed, and help each other with anything, you know, not just, you know, in the workout, but nutrition and you know, mobility, pains and problems and things like that. So if you're interested in trying us out, we're doing 10 days for $10. To give everyone a chance to kind of see what's different about coming in here.
Yeah, that's a deal.
That's a good deal.
And something that I want to bring up too, because a few months ago, my daughter came in and worked out with me. And she's in good shape. She's not overweight or anything like that. She's more of a runner than she is, you know, working out with weights and that kind of thing. And so David had to tone it down a notch for her, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. And I mean, it took me over a year to be able to do a push-up, a real push-up, without doing them on my knees. And I still can't do a real pull-up. And I say real, you know, without assistance from the bands or that kind of thing. And that's okay. And so, you know, you can tone it down. I don't care whether, and I know this from experience now, I don't care whether you've been sitting on the couch for the last 20 years. Whatever you're capable of doing, you're not going to push anybody more than what their capacity is. Yeah. And they'll progress along and along. And I mean, I didn't know I could do a burpee until I did a burpee. I mean, the first time I did them, you know, I couldn't do them. And then after we had moved to the new gym, David said, well, why don't you try this and show it to me again? I went, I think I can do that. And so I'm like, I can do those, and I didn't know I could do them. So you don't push us past what we think we can do, or past what you know we can do. But at the same time, you're more than willing to tone it down and to not use weights, but just to do a squat, you know, instead of holding weights or what have you. And so any kind of physical fitness ability or inability, you work with this on all of that. Yeah. And so there's no shaming in any of that. And that's what's great about it.
No, that's a great point. Yeah, that's something that, again, too, if you go into a normal class where it's not consistent and the trainers don't know you, and I just know this from personal experience of working at those places, that they can't help you. They can't know if this is the first time they met you, whether you should do this or do that. And that's why we kind of have a process that we take everyone through, and we have different options in class, and we try to talk with everyone before it starts to make sure that this is okay and that's okay, and if this hurts them, we're going to do this instead. So yeah, it's a great for pointing that out. But I think that's all from us today. Thank you so much, Lynne, for being on the show and giving us your insight. And again, anyone that's interested, just click the link above, and we'll hopefully see you here soon.